I'm here to talk about anger and rage. As a trans person right now, I'm feeling it. This is my affirmation right now. Let me see it. Tap into sacred rage. For a long time, as a person socialized female, my experience, like, tried to be quiet, tried to not cause issues, tried to be a peacemaker, and people who did express anger towards me caused a lot of harm. So I had this association that, like, being angry is harmful. Um, and through many years of therapy, I realize that it's the actions that we take after our anger that can be harmful. For me, creative expression is a really, like, visceral way for me to get energy out. Movement helps a lot. So, like, when I play piano and I get to move the keys and sing and, like, emote, that is incredibly helpful to me. And also when I get to act and play a character who maybe navigates the world differently than I do, um, that's always really helpful too. Um, but this week, I'm saying and like a lot. That's okay. I'm in my robe. This week, I had a lot of calm at times that some of my friends did not. And I was kind of puzzled by it. Not puzzled, but I was intellectually noticing it. I was observing myself and, like, interesting. You have, like, a lot of peace amidst this chaos. And I do think that's a gift that I have. Um, Not like I'm the only one who has it, obviously, but I have, like, tools that really work for me, and I have a spiritual practice that really works for me. And I am obsessed with taking care of myself. It takes a lot for me to operate in the world. And then when I get to a place of tapping into my inner self, I am like, okay, here we are. But anyway, feelings take me a while to feel. And so, with all the executive orders that have come through this week and the implications of some of them already, especially the ones affecting trans youth, um, I kind of had, like, a bit of numbness, I think. I went to this information session on Wednesday where there were trusted organizations there and representatives from the ACLU and Equality Virginia, Side by Side, Health Brigade, He, She, Z, and We. The people were really, they knew, like, they are policy experts. I'm not. And so I got to hear a bunch of facts. And I also, it's a lot of information, but I got to hear it from, like, a trusted source in a room full of queer people, and full of queer people, like 300. Um, the audience had the opportunity to, like, write questions on little cards if they didn't want to ask them into the mic. And I read one of them, and I keep describing it this way because this is what I felt like. It felt like all of the blood fell out of my body, like, from the top of my head, my face, and everything. It just, like, made me sink. And it was questions about how to take care of a trans kid. And, like, Virginia is one of the places with the most protections in the South for LGBTQIA plus people. And still, the kids around here are at major risk, and they're losing access to gender affirming care. And it's terrifying. I got angry. I finally got angry in my body. That was kind of the catalyst. And then a couple days later, I just kept getting chills, and my eyes would tear up with, like, angry tears, like that kind of crying. Yeah, angry, frustrated crying. I wasn't weeping. It was just my eyes were wet because I was activated. I also noticed they kept, like, scrunching up my face and, like, clawing as I was trying to relax. And when I realized I was doing that so much, I let myself, like, count to 10 seconds and feel whatever I was scrunching away. And I did cry. And now I am making art. Making art. One of my friends came over who is a sculpture artist, a filmmaker, a clothing designer, like an artist of all kinds of mediums. And she brought over some clay and was like, let's just play and make a sculpture just for fun. And I was like, what? Because I have this desire right now to, I'm on fire to make art and create. And use my brain, use my intellect, use my skills. I want to like do everything I can. And it's exhausting. It's hard to sleep. It's hard to eat. It's hard to rest. But when other people are with me, especially like other queer people who are also artists, that has been really, really, really helpful to me. Because she was like, let's just make it for fun. And I asked her, because I know she has this other project she's working on with a deadline, how do you separate when you know there's something else you need to be working on? And she's like, oh, I just need to make stuff with my hands. I'm making stuff with my hands. I got some stuff done earlier on my other project, but like, as long as I'm making stuff. And it kind of just clicked ish. When I write right now, I am writing like essays and educational pieces and trying to plan how to spread like information and resources. And I also don't have an income right now, so I'm thinking about how I can figure out that. So I've been updating my website and my resume and emailing people and looking at jobs. And so I sat down on my keyboard today for fun. I did not record any videos. I just pulled up a bunch of my old songs and chords from things and sang and played. I really would like to dance. Dancing helps a lot. There's this modern dance class I take sometimes that doesn't have mirrors in the studio, and sometimes I close my eyes when I'm dancing, and that really, really, really helps me. And I didn't make anything with the clay. I just played with it and sort of made something, and then got rid of it, and I just played with it and played with it. That's all. I think I just want to record this for my future self to remind me, make things for fun for you, because that keeps you alive. Make things because you make things.